If you were here last week, we did rubber guard and Williams guard. So we will do rubber guard and Williams guard passing. I think that makes the most sense. So remember that he's gonna be grabbing my head, putting his foot on the hip, scooting out, and then catching his leg, right? And then my arm, yeah, he wants to go underneath and make sure that my arm is trapped. Oh yeah, you're good, you're good, you're good. And he has it nice and trapped here. So this is kind of like our starting point. I think my mic is good. Okay, so what I wanna do is, we're gonna think about like passing a body lock pass from here. One thing is my head cannot go up, because if you remember, well actually we didn't do that, but he can grab his foot on the other side and then start passing his foot underneath my chin. So that's why I want to be like nice and tight like this. So my goal is hugging his back, my left arm is going to reach back. So this is mission control, right? So I'm going to reach back and catch his shin. I open up and I trap his ankle and I go right back to his body. Now I treat it like a body lock pass. I'm gonna open up and pass and pin his shin, and now I can start trapping this leg, either by just stepping over, since he's already kind of tilted to his right, or I can use my elbow and push like this. Once I pass this, now I can start driving my head across, passing my knee, and then I'm going to be in a good position in order to finish my pass, right? I'm going to put this on the ground. I think this is going to be too difficult. So again, he goes for that rubber guard. It's nice and tight, right? This is going to be problematic for me. Just remember, head up is bad. And also, I can't just start turning away, because he could start going for omoplata or something like that. And I would rather not deal with like a submission. So when we're here, my right hand is going to be close. I'm going to reach back so I can pin. I tilt and then I trap his foot. Now I go right back to his body. I want to stay close and tight. Then I can start tilting a little bit, trapping his shin against my hips, and now I start to open up. Trap his knee, I pass, and I start driving across. So the main thing is I want him to let go of his calf, or sorry, his shin. So again, gets it nice and tight. Yeah, go head low. In. Drive across. Pass his leg. Let's do it one more time. So if you guys remember a body lock pass, it's essentially the same thing, but I can't like switch sides with my head. I can't like drive on him, and it's hard for me to connect my hands. I probably wouldn't here, just because I need my left hand to be able to trap. So right hand tight, reach, scoop and trap. Now I go right back to the hip, and then I can start shelving that shin, coming over the top, driving, and going across. Okay, so that's the first one. Super simple. Questions? All right, 1, 2, 3. So now I think it gets a little bit more hairy when he goes for rubber. But sometimes they put their leg on the back like this. So it's a little bit harder for me to push this down, because he's kind of clamping on me, right? So what I want to do is, I'm still going to be hugging his back. I want to bait him to go to triangle. I know that sounds pretty risky, but what we're going to do is we're going to bring our elbow in like this. Anytime we have our elbow in and tight, he thinks that probably he can just shoot the triangle. Go ahead, shoot the triangle, and then he's going to be in a better position. So once we're here, I'm gonna bring my elbow in and my hand in. I don't wanna like be pushing really hard, he knows. Just kind of like you're protecting your arm. And then when he shoots for it, we catch. So now there's two ways to kind of pass. One is probably better than the other, but I feel like I like the one that's a little bit more risky. So my left shin goes over, and then I can start grabbing his head and driving forward. And then I can windshield wiper and pass. Now the one that's a little bit more risky is I'm here. I'm going to basically like Marcelo likes this. I'm going to take my hand, I go thumb down. And now I'm going to pop up and I just slide out. So then it's like no omoplata. It kind of takes away a lot. Is your leg okay? Yeah. So again, he's here, right? I bring in my arm. So now he opens up, right? I'll do two like this. I pin this. And then here's the thing. I won't be able to lean to my right and push this down. Yeah, maybe I might split them, but I think that I won't be able to get my shin across. So I want to make sure that I'm leaning this way. The only issue is that I'm very unstable here. That's why I don't really like this one as much. It's more like higher percentage, but this is where the tipping point is. He could easily like grab my wrist and then scissor his legs, and then I'm gonna be like face planting, and it's pretty bad. So there's gonna be a point where as soon as you pin, your knee has to drive. Like think about like throwing your knee in. Then he still has connection. Try to go underneath his head and then drive across. And then windshield wiper out. So again, here it goes, boom. In. You good?
Yeah.
I have to be aggressive with that knee. Oh, your leg okay?
Yeah, good, it's good.
I have to be aggressive with that knee, or else everything is kind of like forward. And if I don't get my knee and widen my base, I might get swept. But I think the better option is this one. So right here, same thing. I bait that. He shoots it. I want to pin this down. Thumb goes down. I pop up and I slide up. Just slide everything up. One more. And go. It's so quick, it's hard for him to shoot the omoplata. Okay, questions? Travis? All right, 1, 2, 3. A little bit harder to get out of because there's more torque on my shoulder. So it's not distributed between my left shoulder and my right shoulder. It's mainly on my right shoulder. So a couple things to think about. Yes, you still have to think about not keeping your chin up high, because he could grab his ankle with his right hand and then put it underneath my chin. Yeah, and then there's a whole bunch of stuff he can do from there. So stay low. Stay low. And I do, oh, there's more of that hair. So then, you know, I'm kind of here, and then my left arm is gonna be hugging his back, right? So he's here, I'm gonna be hugging his back. We're gonna use that later. And now my left hand is gonna be swimming in here. I don't wanna bring my left arm all the way through to like try to push him, because now there's an arm bar where he throws his right leg over my face, yeah, and he can arm bar you, and that would be really embarrassing. So I hug the back and I slide in. Now we're just gonna square up. I'm gonna drive my head over his head, and my right hand is gonna act as like cross face for his back, and I'm gonna drive my chest across. So it's like this here. And this is like pure pressure. If that's not enough, make a fist underneath their back, right? Make it hurt a little bit. So he's here, I'm gonna be hugging, staying tight. My arm has to go across, and then the reason why is because if he has this here and I'm staying here, it's very hard for me to drive my head across. So that's why I need to be able to clear this and bring my arm in. Same thing, this forearm is gonna be giving me trouble. So when I try to drive across, he's gonna use this. But if I bring my arm in, I can start pushing, creating an angle, and then squaring up with ton, which kind of kills this whole thing. So again, here, hug, cross, drive. Right? I think this is probably the worst scenario you can be in. Remember, don't keep your hand like straight for a couple reasons. One is he can just start going belly down and then pinching an arm bar there. He could bring his left leg probably over my face and then finishing an arm bar, yeah, like that. So thumb is gonna be better down. Kind of like when we do triangle defense. If you have your arm straight, the arm bar is gonna be there. But if you're in triangle and you have your thumb down, now the arm bar is almost gone. So he has that again. I hug, I come over, I swim, and then I drive across. If I wanna be meaner, I make a fist right underneath his spine, and now I drive like this, and I can pop this. So this is one of those moves where you gotta put a little bit of power and you have to be a little bit mean. If you just try to do it slow and just methodical, I won't be able to get past any of his frames. You have to just hug, pop through it, right? And the nice thing is, because he's not grabbing his ankle, there's no knee injury that we're worried about. Because he's kind of in this orientation, it's just this is all that's gonna happen. So we don't have to worry about messing up our partner's knee. All right, okay, 1, 2, 3. Okay, now it's where it gets a little bit fun. Well, I think it's fun, but, right? Why pressure pass when you can do like a faux cartwheel? I think that's gonna be better. So sometimes when he has too much pressure on your shoulder, it's unrealistic to try to overpower it. Like if Jimmy's watching, imagine if Jimmy, you remember Jimmy? If he's doing this, yeah, I'm like, I won't be able to just, so I want to go with it. I step up, I reach back, his foot is on my hip, which is perfect. I can slide in and I can pin his leg to the ground. And now I'm gonna go with the pressure as I start walking my hips towards his hips, like this. Now my head goes down and I cartwheel. And I come behind and I pressure. So it's kind of a cartwheel, but it's not really. I'm kind of just pinning and I'm stepping over right foot, left foot, and I'm clearing. So again, here. Now here's what you cannot do. Sorry, Tom. You cannot step and go step one, step two. So when I'm here, and the other thing is try to rotate your thumb down if you can. It's not necessary, but it'll help you once you try to clear. So what you cannot do is once we're here, you can't just step. The reason why is because he can clear my leg and now I'm in omoplata. So that's kind of ridiculous, right? So thumb down, completely commit. You're using your hand and your head as like your post. It's not like 100% on your head, although you could, right? So he's putting pressure in. I pin, my thumb goes down. I walk, head goes down, and then I go 1, 2. And now I pull my elbow out. I can't keep my elbow in like this because he can grab my elbow, flare open it, and then I'm going to be stuck here in like an armbar battle. So, reach and I pin, thumb goes down, I'll walk like this. But I can't stay here, I have to bring my head down and change the angle. Because if he kicks down and sits up, boom, omoplata. So, I pin, head goes down, I walk, elbow comes out, cross face, and I'm inside control. So pretty simple, honestly. Now, same thing like we did before, if you can pin this down, you can also go for shin in. But it's a little difficult for me to bring my left shin in because of torque on my shoulder. So bring your right shin in, pressure in, and then clear. So it's like a twofer. You're going for the first one. Maybe you can't get the angle or you can't close his hips. So you go for like your knee slice. So we're here, I'm going, I push. Maybe he's extending me too much here with his left leg. So I can't cut the corner. So I can go this shin in, pressure in. And once I'm past this shin, it's pretty much done. So one more on that one. So I'm going, I try, I go right back this way. Now, once I start sliding in, there's no stress on my shoulder. I drop my elbow, I lift up, and I kind of baseball slide through. Okay. All right, any questions on that? Last one. 1, 2, 3.